James Toney versus Mike McCallum. December 1991. Mike McCallum is 35. James Toney is 23. A young, hungry lion in James Toney and a wildly experienced, crafty veteran in Mike McCallum. Easily fight of the year. Those two, fight of the year. High-level chess match turns into a controversial draw. Fast forward 8 months later, August 29th, 1992, James Toney wins a majority decision. That rematch, the willingness of James Toney to get in the ring with one of the most avoided fighters in history. One of the most avoided fighters in history, which would be Mike McCallum, because Sugar Ray Leonard didn't want no smoke. Roberto Duran didn't want no smoke. And I get a lot of pushback, but Marvin Hagler didn't want no smoke. So he was the most avoided guy in the middleweight division. With that being said, James Toney got in that ring 8 months later, not years later, 8 months later, with the most avoided guy in boxing. And he won. Hands down, he won. Majority decision. He landed the hardest shots. He proved his salt. He got in there and did it. I said all that to say this. Devin Haney, in order to solidify his legacy, like James Toney did, with the controversial decision and everybody booing and everybody saying that Loma won, this, that, and the third.
I'm just letting y'all know I am done with boxing. They will never get another dime out of me. This is a travesty. I am done with boxing. Devin Haney is a very talented boxer. I have nothing against that young man. Much respect. He was not the better man today. At most, that man got a draw. At most. That man got robbed.
Boxing world need to hear my voice. It's time for the boxing world to hear my mother voice.
Individuality often complicates things. Red Bull gives you wings.
Hey man, why they do Lomachenko like that, man? That shit's so fucked up. Why would they do Lomachenko like that? Lomachenko was the undisputed champion at one point in time, and they gonna do Lomachenko like that? That's fucked up. Y'all see how the boxing world is now. Y'all see how the boxing world is. Soon as a man don't want to be, soon as a man not champion no more, he ain't getting no decisions. Hey, soon as that man ain't champion no more, it's no more decisions he's getting. It's no more, it's nothing. It's nothing that man gonna get. Hey, why would they rob Lomachenko like that?
Regardless of what you think, and I think what the guy named David Moretti, he needs to be not judged. He needs to be fired. But in order for, it's gone now and you can't rewind it, but in order for Devin Haney to solidify his legacy, he is going to have to give Lomachenko, one of the most avoided guys, especially in his prime, after what he done to Reagan Dow, made him quit on the stool, after what he done to the Axeman, Nicholas Walters, and made him quit on his stool, after he beat a supremely conditioned athlete, speed, power, and a high IQ in Gary Russell. No one was rushing to get in that ring with Vasiliy Lomachenko. They were calling his name, but no one was rushing to get in that ring with Lomachenko. Now that he's getting older and he slowed down, that's the talking points that Devin Haney was using in his team. This, that, and the third. He's going to oppose his will. He's too small. He's old. This, that, and the third. None of that happened. In fact, if Haney had on glasses, this is what they would look like from all the punches he was taking trying to impose his will on Lomachenko. That did not happen. He was going upside his head, trying to impose his will and walk down who he thought was the slower guy and the older guy. He'd have been looking like this right here if he had glasses on. The talking points of who won and this, that, and the third is, though that's irrelevant right now. Just like Lomachenko manager said, they was going to appeal this, that, and the third, and he admittedly said that we might not get it, but he's looking for justice.
We're not going to let it go. I guarantee we're going to protest. I guarantee we're going to appeal that decision because somebody needs to end this injustice. Somebody needs boxing to put in the place where it has to be. It has to be a justice because those judges, when they scoring a completely insane score, they do not understand how those fighters are working hard to get into that place. And being robbed like that, it's not acceptable. And I guarantee we're not going to let it go.
I'm not even on that. I'm on the fact that, the decision is the decision. That's boxing. Sometimes, we get the raw deal, you know what I mean? Sometimes we got to wait on fights, and stuff like that. That's just the nature of the game. My talking point with, after watching, boxing channels, looking at the fight over again, this, that, and the third, for Devin Haney to be taken seriously as a star. He's a rising star. He is a rising star. He is undisputed. He has all of the belts. He's going to have to fight Lomachenko again, or it's going to be an asterisk on his legacy. Clearly, Tank is the leader in this weight division. The way that he leaves no doubt in the fight. You are seriously injured or you're asleep with Tank. And Devin Haney knows that. That's why I think he tried to fight and, oppose his will on Lomachenko and push him into weigh-ins and all that kind of stuff like that. Because, for somebody like Tank to be the leader to say that his exact words, Devin's not cut like that. You know what I mean? His dad is the one that's talking stuff, you know what I mean? And you have to, stick with what got you to the dance. You know what I mean? He can't let that stuff get to him because he's going to be, I thought he was a little out of character. But what he has to do is he has to rematch Lomachenko. All this, we're going to see what my team is going to do, this, that, and the third. Everybody says that Floyd lost to Castillo. That's what they say. Me personally, I don't think that. But Floyd immediately, he said something was wrong with his hands. He immediately got back in that ring. He didn't talk to his team. He didn't fight nobody else. He immediately got back in that ring and showed that, hey, there's a possibility something was wrong with his hands because he beat the brakes off Castillo. He beat him to death. So, and he was a solidified fighter, a solidified boxer. His IQ. That separation between Floyd and Castillo was like, they shouldn't even took the rematch. They should have just rolled on that controversy and went to the next fight. Devin Haney is going to have to do the same thing to Lomachenko. If it comes in there and it's close again and it's a controversy again, it's still going to be an asterisk because he has to deal with the star power of Tank and he has to deal with the virtuoso performances of Shakur Stevenson. And as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of chinks that was shown in Devin Haney's armor. But in order for him to get that respect, I don't think that he should call out anybody else's name. I don't think that he should move up in weight. I think that a rematch with Lomachenko should be immediately. He should announce that on his Twitter, on his Instagram. Okay, you feel like I lost. You feel like, there was a robbery. He should address those talking points and get in there. If he feels like he's the better man, put together his game plan and beat Lomachenko convincingly for him to be the star that he wants to be. All right. That's my take. That's what I think. This is Toe to Toe Magazine TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. And that's all I got. Till the next one. Peace.